Hello, also Bello here. Today we're going to be talking about Captain Tinto, his pros and cons for the game Plunder Pirates. So first of all, let's jump into the pros, as we have been doing for the rest of the series. So his pros should be a rare but is a great common LP. And what I mean by that will go into the other bullet points and you'll see exactly why he is a great common to get. And he should be a rare in some rights. Very good early, mid and late game. Buffs troop damage given and received. So I think from about level 4 it gives additional damage, a bit like an added on blacksmith. And received is obviously they take less damage, or it's like a shield around them. So the troops that he's buffed stay alive longer, helping you out more in the attack. When deployed, spawns a free brute. I call it a fake brute. I'm not sure it's actual real brute. The health bar is not as long, but it's something for free, right? So we have to put it in the pros. It's a bit of cannon fodder. We can look at it that way. Buffs gun towers and mortars damage near the legendary fort. That means near it, and this is good for late game, mid game, maybe Pirate Wall 7, depending on your base layout. As long as that legendary fort is well protected by that grand powders and mortars, bunkers, gun towers, then sure. But probably Pirate Wall, yeah, depending on your layout, Pirate Wall 7 plus. I'd say 8 or 9 would be better. So that's his pros. Let's jump and have a look and see the cons to Tinto. Is there such a thing? Let's find out. Cons. Silo materials are difficult to acquire. The voodoo mask is a common material, but it's exceptionally hard to get. As his cursed peridot is quite hard to get as well. Silo materials to upgrade him are difficult. Make sure you do not throw away them voodoo masks and cursed peridots, because you're going to need them to make him even better. The better his level, the more damage your troops do, the less damage they take, and the quicker his cooldown is to spam the ability if needed. Remember not to. I will go into that in a second. Learning how and when to trigger his ability, so that's exactly what I'm talking about. If you deploy a Tinto, you've used his buff, so you used his ability quite early on. He diverts around the sides with some other troops, and the buff troops, the buff troops go in the middle into the core of the base. Say there was 10, right? There was 10 lighting up red, because that's the colour that it gives. Say now you're down to about 2 or 3, and you think, well, now's a good time to use his buff again, so that the troops, we get more troops as buffed. He can only buff a certain amount of troops, and he will only buff the troops in the area that he is currently in. So he can be across the map, and the troops that he buffed at the start is in the core of the base, that's fine. But as soon as he reuses that ability, it's the troops that's in the vicinity of his radius. So it's vital that you learn not to just spam his ability, learn where he is. If you don't know where Tinto is, on the bottom left of the attack screen is his little LP icon. Tap that once and it will actually take you to him, and the same with any other legendary pirate. When he dies, the troops buff stops, so as soon as he stops, the damage that they had additional, and the type of shield, let's call it, or the reduction of damage that they can take, is now non-void. As soon as he dies, it's the same with like Ching Shi as well. So I hope that's explained the buffs a lot better there, and that's why there's some cons to it. Needs a centralised legendary fort, as I did say before on the pros. He's got half decent, like Jung de Berry as well for defense, but it has to be all defenses protecting that legendary fort, and it has to be centralised too. Only useful due to his buff, better tanks than him. Yeah, there's the likes of Greenbeard, Cornelius, Black Bart. Even maybe see Blackbeard would be better than Tinto, but you're only really using Tinto for his buff. So try and not deploy him straight away, expect him to tank all this damage and be useful. Don't forget, once he dies, the buff goes, so you want to really try and keep him alive, or at least keep him alive long enough so that when he does die, say a minute into the attack, he's actually done something useful, or a minute and a half. I hope that's better explained him. I don't think there's really too much more to say on Tinto, but he is definitely worth getting, and upgrading, and that's why he's sort of, maybe that's why he's a common, but he's got some decent stats to him, and he's a very good common to acquire. So commons come along regularly in the trade ship, so grab him if able. I hope this has been insightful. Thanks for watching all. Have a pleasant day and evening, and bye for now.